We are live. Hello and welcome to the first of hopefully many to come Between Two Wheel podcast happy hours.
Someone forgot to mute their live stream.
Yes, I did.
Rookie.
Hey, I own that. I am definitely a noob.
So what'd you shoot
today? What's up?
What'd you shoot today? I'm assuming you went golfing. That's the only excuse for that hideous ass shirt.
This is pure laziness, man. Pure
An
laziness.
Under Armour collar shirt is pure laziness. You know how I know you're white collar?
Super white. Super white.
That and it works. You know, I have my shorts on.
Oh, easy there, bud.
So it's business up top, party down below.
Okay.
Just saying.
So you're like an uptight, super white, rich, Joe Exotic or some shit like that? Like, is that your version of a mullet?
Exactly. It's the white collar mullet.
Oh, okay.
The white collar mullet.
Oh
yeah. So I had a couple orders for some Carol Baskin stuff.
Oh yeah. Check out the new Carol Baskin decals.
What up, Team Bradley? Welcome.
Yeah.
See if I can get the right lighting here.
It's a can of sardines.
Yeah.
There you go.
Getting called out already.
Carol did
I love it.
This guy said Roblox dressing like everyone's dad at Disney World.
Sweet. Oh, looks like I got a hunt on Sunday.
All right. You gonna take Brad with you?
I got room for one. The guy said I can bring one guy with me.
There you go, Brad. Let's ride dirt bikes on Saturday, and then you can go shoot pigs on Sunday.
You got that night scope
I'm down.
yet?
I could be down for that.
Need a night vision scope. Make it happen.
I'll just squint really, really, really bad.
The night squint? The night vision squint?
Yeah.
Is that better? Not quite as blown out?
Yeah, that's better.
So is quarantine treating you well, Justin?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little cabin fever. I've been playing a whole lot of Call of Duty. I still haven't reached your game time yet, so I'm still behind you, which blows my mind, man. The amount that I've played the past couple weeks, and I still haven't caught up to you.
Professional.
But, yeah, I wouldn't say that. I got less time and a whole lot more points. So
I haven't played in like 2 weeks.
I know, man. You've left me high and dry like the last 2 weekends.
Yeah, I got really tore up, a couple times.
Yeah, me and Lawrence hopped on last weekend and pissed some people off because he found out he can play songs through that little voice changer thing he's got.
Oh, it's so goddamn it.
So like every time it was on like the final kill cam, it was the song from Titanic. So that was pretty great. But no, just a lot of Call of Duty. I started playing around with my welder finally. I'm doing some painting, just trying to not go insane, really.
Yeah, I got those freaking. I asked you about those fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
So they're 3 industrial size aluminum fire extinguishers, and they were the just water fire extinguishers. Yeah. You can refill them yourself, repressurize them yourself. And I figured, I don't know, maybe you wanted to play with them or not. Make a lamp or some dumb shit.
See, I don't fuck around with pressurized containers, even though like I know they're not pressurized. I have a weird feeling about it.
Well, you can unscrew the top. The whole top comes out.
Yeah, it's so weird. I wouldn't even do like old propane tanks that were like missing half a fucking chunk. Like it scares me.
So Alex wants to know, what have you done to your bike, Roadblock?
Yeah, so actually jack shit. Just the 117 and the stage 3. That's it.
which are the same thing.
Well, you
Right.
didn't do that.
Yeah.
No, shit, no. But yeah, just I had my exhaust taken over from the Road Glide, whatever the fuck, to this one. So that's the Vance and Hines Pro Pipe. And then I had my same Screaming Eagle intake, the ventilator or some shit, brought over. And yeah, just the big bore kit and cam. So yeah, that's all I've done. Now I do have pretty much an entire body kit going on the bike soon. And I am currently doing some research into some bars. So bars are going to happen, not because I have to, because it's about the look I'm trying to go for this bike. So
You need to get yourself some of those. Oh wow, the link's not working this? That didn't work at all.
Skid is in the house.
What's up, Skid Pig? Steve Conrad in from Ohio.
Neek is asking who has the fastest bike out of you three. That would probably be Justin. With
probably
with the Fat Bob.
Yeah, if you include the Fat Bob.
Quite a bit less weight.
Yeah. By like what? 200, 300 pounds?
With rider?
No, just the bike.
The Fat Bob comes in high 600s.
So about 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, with and without the rider, is this pre-quarantine weight or?
Oof, bro.
I'm actually down. My quarantine weight loss plus mom dying depression weight loss. So it kind of goes hand in hand, but I'm down 24 pounds.
Jesus.
Dude, sugar-free fucking monsters and just not a lot of else. Just normal food, you know?
Bro, last night I had 3 sushi rolls, fried rice, miso soup, and then I had a donut for dessert.
I had a handful of taquitos tonight.
A handful? Like all at once?
Just, you know, a handful. Just,
too easy.
And then I had a freaking, I made some corn in a cup.
Corn in a cup.
Yeah. I didn't even know we had it. Faith's like, I bought it for our daughter. And I'm like, I like it.
So with all the questions that were kind of blinking through, when I first saw this one, I was like, who will die first?
That's what I read.
And then I was like, oh, wait, no. Who will be first to do a 128 or 131?
Well, I'll probably die first.
Okay.
Just, statistically speaking.
I don't know. I think it's a toss-up between you and Roblox. He has had like open heart surgery and shit. So
yeah.
He had that shit fixed though. He went and did.
Yeah, but there's a time limit on that thing. there's an expiration date on these. But no, I mean shit. I've been good, so maybe I'll just get a new ticker on the next one.
Well, you got that. You got that rich white boy money, so you can just buy your shit. I would definitely be on a list.
It's gonna be like Mr. Burns off of The Simpsons. It's gonna be 140.
But yeah, but yeah, who's gonna do the 128 or 131 kit?
Not me. I just
Definitely
dumped a bunch of money in a brand new bike.
Yeah, I don't see the point of it right now. Now the 131 in like a street bob.
Can't do it yet. They don't fit the soft tail frames.
You got a freaking plasma cutter and a welder.
No, I'm not a performance bike kind of guy. Even the stage 3 is too much for me. As in too much money.
Michael Miller, California. What's up, man? Or Florida.
Yo, did y'all see where they turned that skate park into a dirt bike track?
What?
Yeah, so there was a skate park right there on the beach in California, and to keep people from skating on it, because like people weren't obeying the lockdown,
it's not a law, so
they pushed 31 tons of sand into like the skate park. So they came out there with like shovels and buckets and turned it into a little mini bike track for the dirt bikes, and they were using like the ramps as like doubles and shit.
Hey, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah. And then the dirt bikers helped the skaters actually scoop it all up and get back to skating. So
nice.
That was a big middle finger to the government.
What an excellent way to spend your tax dollars.
Yeah, right? And then who's going to clean it up? Like, well, they already did, but yeah.
What's the status of Project Clean Slate? Still going.
Yeah, I mean, we're still raising money and trying to build some additional partnerships with some companies out there, and it really comes down to fundraising. So
yeah, the financial portion of it is the hardest part.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still working on trying to find a company, a dealership that will donate the bike to us for free. If we do that, then the project will rapidly speed up. But not a lot of companies want to give away things right now, especially right now. So
yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
Hey Ken, how are you liking that Legend suspension? Well, if it would stop raining, I would enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah.
But having it on front and rear is just amazing.
It's a game changer. It really is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think 100%. It's the most like dollar per unit of like how different the bike feels that's top of the list.
Oh yeah.
Because like exhaust, it sounds cool and things like that, and you get a little bit of performance out of it, but it definitely doesn't change the ride as much as a suspension setup does.
Oh yeah. I mean, even having just a rear suspension, that's where you feel everything. And just it's so much better anything's better than stock just about. But in one of the HD forums, they were talking about it yesterday. Some guy posted a picture of some air ride system from China for $200 and some odd, and he was like, "Hey, is anybody using this? Is it worth it?" And of course, everyone was like, "Fuck no, it's not worth it. You're putting a $230 air ride on a 900-pound bagger."
That's just asking to get stuck somewhere.
Yeah, there's a reason it's called Chinesium.
Yeah.
I don't know. When it comes to safety-related equipment, I cannot support going cheap on that shit because you're getting what you pay for. I don't know. So Alex is saying, my wife wants to know how many bikes each of you have. Also, can Mrs. Bird say hi?
Well, Mrs. Bird already said hi in the comments, and he meant dogs, not bikes.
Oh. Okay.
So, I mean, that's an easy question. I got one motorcycle.
So,
Jack.
Ken has 2 pups. Justin, you have 2?
2.
Hi, buddies.
And Tracy and I, we have 4.
Come here.
Yeah, but 2 are like half size, so you kind of have 3.
Come here, dude.
Yeah.
Come here.
We would have like 3 medium-sized dogs. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's accurate. Oh.
Hey, look. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, over here.
I wonder if they're going to remember us when we finally come over again.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Where you go? Oh.
Here you go.
So,
come here, Jack.
Abraham wants to know why not start with a Sportster instead of a touring bike for Project Clean Slate. So for that one, it really comes down to the folks fighting for this country are fighting for the entire country. So why not give them a bike that they can actually go and ride across the entire country? That's
Sportster could go over the whole country. I rode 19,000 miles on a Sportster 72 back in 1843.
Should we start with the Sportster?
Oh, no.
Oh, what are you doing?
He said no.
Oh no. Let me see your war face. Let me see your war face.
It's kind of terrifying. Like, if you don't know that dog, that's terrifying.
He's just a sweet little guy. Wouldn't hurt nobody.
I remember there was a time I was over at Ken's house and we were cutting decals or something like that. And Jack comes over, which was the dog that just freaked out. And he just puts my foot in his mouth and just like puts just enough pressure to where I can feel every single tooth like through my shoe, and then just holds it and then looks at me. Like, I really want to bite you.
He's just playing.
I could really bite you. You feel where each one of these canines will go through your skin?
So Brandon put out a comment saying, "Great podcast today. Good job, Tracy." Now, do y'all find it ironic that when Tracy comes on the show, it happens to be the longest episode we've put out?
It doesn't surprise me at all. Not one bit.
When we were going through, we were going through the first little area. I was like, "Oh shit, we're going pretty quick." And then I looked down. No, my cable was actually covering up the one that was in front of the 35.
I'm working here.
I was like, "Damn."
You're going on that Joe Rogan status over there.
Be quiet.
4-hour podcast.
I don't know how he does it.
I don't either. And like, there's never dead air. Never.
I know how he does it. He's got lots of money, and he can sit there and he can talk about whatever the fuck he wants.
That's true.
Well, he also
is pretty high.
And then people watch it, and he makes more money.
Yeah. And he's usually talking to very interesting people, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you've got someone who's been around a while and can tell stories, or, whatever your current topic is, then, yeah. Hey, hush. Knock it off.
Yeah, I could definitely talk to, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson longer than I could, like, Tracy. Or any other person that's been on.
Brad's right. I'm very surprised that we were able to hit the record button.
And I did it on the first try.
First try even, yeah.
Jeez.
That's how we hit 100,000 downloads. Guys like Niku kept on getting interrupted and had to restart it.
Whatever counts. I mean, it counts. Those real numbers.
Yeah, it counts. No,
they weren't unique.
Yeah, if folks did not see the Instagram post, we did hit the 100,000 download mark. So congrats, guys. That is, according to all the podcasting forums, that's the big milestone.
Is that the number to hit?
Yeah, if you hit 100,000, then you've made it.
I mean, I was happy.
Something.
I was happy with one.
Here we go. Here's the hype button. Ready?
Yeah. Oh, there's some stuff coming through here.
We had an exhaust question back there.
Okay, Raymond would like to know, what is you and Ken's opinion, Justin, on Road King or Heritage?
The Heritage is pretty dope if you want a soft tail frame for some reason. If that's what you're looking for, I think the Heritage is probably the best touring option within that frame line. A little overpriced, honestly, because you can pretty much get a Road King for the same price. The Road King, once again, great bike. What? Oh my God. Jesus. Why does it sound like a demon?
It is Tracy's.
Anyways, the Road King, great bike. It's a touring frame. It's just like a road glider, a street glider without a fairing, so it's a little bit lighter up front. But if you put a windshield on it, it can crush the miles just like any other bike.
Yeah. I mean, the most miles I've ever put on a single bike actually got put on a Softail. So it's one of those things, whatever you like and whatever your style is, you can strip down a Heritage with, the bags and everything and have a very sleek, cool look.
And it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's missing bags.
Yeah. If you take the bags off of a touring bike, it looks like you're missing something.
That's very true. Unless you want to pay your dad, what was it, $10,000 to make it into a sleek touring bike.
Oh yeah, the guy from IMS. It's funny. I just found his card, and I was like, I should probably keep this for something, and then I fucking threw it away.
I mean, I don't, even if he was to give us, or whatever, all the parts and pieces, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it to my bike. No, for sure.
I'll give you everything you need. You just tell me what color you want, what style. You can have it all. No, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Abraham is asking, will Motonosity be a guest anytime soon?
Who the fuck is Motonosity?
I don't even think Motonosity knows who we are.
He knows me, but he's very off and on with communication. So, I mean, I could ask him, but
I think it'd be a cool show having someone from the sport bike side of the house and who's also a builder.
Yeah.
Coming on the show. I think that'd be awesome.
And he's back in Texas now. So
is he?
Pretty sure. Or did he move to? I'm pretty sure he came back. Did he? I don't know.
I haven't watched shit in forever. He turned into one of those people that had the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And look at how much money I have.
Yeah.
Since we are from Texas, have we tried D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons? I was never into that as a kid. Yeah. But the San Antonio Public Library is hosting online D&D tournaments.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've had their exhaust on one of my bikes, but they're expensive because they are high quality. But yeah, that's the one thing that's always pushed me away. It was just the cost.
And I haven't heard a whole lot about them. I know people rave about them, but I just don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I've never had really experience with them as far as like being able to ride a bike with it or anything like that. Like Ken said, I always hear nothing but good things about them, but I've never seen it or heard it or tried it in person.
Yeah. So Ricky Bobby was asking or stating he only sees Ken drinking during this happy hour. Or the only other person would be Justin drinking because I am not a drinker.
I got water.
There you go. I do have Monster.
Yeah. Apparently our race in May is supposed to happen. So I gotta, stop having nothing but carbs and start eating and drinking better. So
need to get
there you go, Justin. Here's one for you.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Okay, that peanut butter whiskey was pretty fucking good.
Oh, what the next build series will be after the Chubby Shuttle. It's funny that we talked about air suspension earlier. I really want to do a Cholo build.
Dude, like a 100-spoke fat wheel?
I want to do it, wheel? But you know how like I always kind of, put my own little spin on things, kind of how the Sportster didn't really fit into a category. I want to take a lot of the elements from the Cholo style. Like I want to have like the fishtail pipes, but I don't want them sticking out, 16 inches. I don't want to have them like right at the fender. I want to have a big wheel, but I don't want to have it, all chrome and spokes. I might go spokes, but I want maybe something a little different. But I don't know, kind of like a modern Cholo build. So take a very futuristic approach to it.
So I saw an exhaust. They had taken the those fishtail tips, but they had turned them sideways and flush mounted them right under the saddlebag.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was cool.
See, I could get on board with that.
I mean, simple mod. I mean,
but yeah, I want to do, air ride suspension, have it drop to the fucking ground. Just a fun show bike.
Total trailer queen.
Total trailer queen.
Hell yeah. So, done. Justin doesn't have the Sportster anymore.
I haven't had the Sportster for a year and a half now.
got the Rona.
I don't know. I guess I didn't make that very apparent when I got rid of it because, like, a lot of people asked me about it during my Flashback Friday of the Sportster build. So, no, that bike got traded in for the Battle Donkey a year and 5 months ago.
Those air shocks came off my Road Glide.
They did, and they were on the bike when it got traded in. So I would assume they're still on there. I don't know.
Probably.
I can't believe we haven't seen it. Like all the events and stuff that we've gone to, like we haven't seen that bike again.
Yeah. It's someone's garage, baby.
Probably.
Either that or they wrecked it right away.
No harm to me. But
it's in a museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. The YouTube museum. What I think is funny is the people that are watching the flashback videos. A lot of people are confused that they're flashback videos.
A lot of people. I think Brandon nailed it on the head. He said, I think they missed the flashback part of the Flashback Friday.
Yeah, weird how those titles work.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the Dyna one because I put the Dyna one together and I cut out a lot. I mean, pretty much every talking that I did that didn't actually have to do with like something that went wrong or something that kind of explaining why I did it here or there. It's still over 3 hours long.
Damn.
So I don't know if I'm gonna have to do it in 2 parts or what the deal is.
Damn, that's long shit.
It's so long. Like that's long. Are we doing a Flashback Friday this week? Yes, it will be the Arkansas trip. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Man, I was just editing that one, just kind of, skipping through it and looking at stuff. And like, I've already forgotten about stuff like that. And it was so funny. Like I totally forgot about the exhaust whistle. So like rewatching that, yeah. it was like being there for the first time. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, just hearing it pull away like the little Jetsons car, and then like the camera pans over to Ken, and he's about to pass out.
Oh my, that was the best like $7 I've ever spent.
Oh god, so worth it.
So worth it. It's unfortunate, but probably extremely fortunate that cameras were not present in the after hours.
Oh my god!
Part of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'd have some cases brought against us.
Oh, Raymond. Oh shit, where'd it go? Raymond said, obsessed crazy fan has it in their garage to sniff the seat while watching Bike and Bird.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
It might be a bit crusty.
Oh no.
I went there.
No.
So, to this point here, are you seeing an uptick in new subscribers, Justin?
Ever since, because I had to take like 2 weeks off because I couldn't go ride. I didn't have any parts. And then I uploaded those 2 most recent videos, and since then, there's been a small uptick, but nothing nothing crazy, not like a coronavirus rush or anything like that.
Mm.
It's unfortunate because like I wish I would have had like a backlog of videos to put out because it would have been, you know, the perfect time. But nope, I record, edit, and upload.
Neek.
Nikki want a patch?
I think he does.
Yeah. From what I've heard from other guys is that patches and keychains, like, or the key tags, they sell the best out of all other merch. And that's like the two things that I haven't done.
So
Yeah.
I'm terrible at this stuff.
Because I got a fuckload of poker chips. I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Justin, who do you go through for your shirts? Who's the company?
Printful.
Are they shut down right now?
No, they're not actually. They have delays on some of their more intricate items, like the full prints and like the leggings and stuff like that. But t-shirts are shipping out like nothing. We put in an order for, it was right after the shutdown really hit for pit shirts for the races, and they came in within a week or so.
Yeah, I keep meaning to get out for that.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
I think I really like it, honestly. Like, not even trying to, you know, just be there for me. Like, just go out there to watch cool shit.
No, yeah, that's one reason I want to go.
Yeah.
Because obviously I can't watch you. I mean, you're out.
Yeah.
So,
You'll see me 3 times max.
Yeah.
But at the end of the races, they do the side-by-sides. And that's honestly like the coolest thing to watch for sure. Because, I mean, people are taking $80,000 side-by-sides and just beating the shit out of them. And you can pretty much see the whole race. So that's always pretty cool.
We got a question back here from Jeff Paul. Does Miss Bird still ride her own?
She's riding dirt bikes now. She went with us a few times back on her little pit bike. But she doesn't ride street anymore, no.
Hey, Southern Tech, Bradley didn't keep the dildo. It didn't go home with Brad.
Nope.
It went home with Justin's dad.
Yep, my dad has it. So,
and he still has it.
Still has it. I mean,
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to make an appearance.
It's getting some use.
Just like I'm telling you, dude. My dad waited 7 years to get a revenge prank on my cousin. So,
hey, fuck you, buddy. That was for Alex.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, it moved.
Things happen.
Fuck you, buddy.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Hey, how about a fuck you, buddy shirt?
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
So the Uncle Ken 2020 shirts actually did pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, we sold at least 2 of them.
Well, except for the 8 that Ken and Faith bought. But no, that one did really well.
You should send the link to my sister. I bet she'll buy a dozen or so.
Yeah. She loves her some Ken.
She does.
She does.
A lot of man here. A lot of man.
I'm so excited to relive the whole dildo thing on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to ask you guys, which sucks that we have recording this Friday, because I don't know if you guys ever met Isaiah. I know Ken did. He went to the river with us. But his little boy's birthday is on Friday, and he wanted us to do a motorcycle parade for him. So I was going to toss that idea up to you guys if we could make that happen and record later or earlier or whatever. But yeah, he said his favorite vehicles are motorcycles. So
I'm down.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's at 6.
Literally have jack shit else to do.
Well, I didn't know your work schedule or whatever.
Oh,
since apparently last Friday during the flashback you were working, so
no, I got hammered with some shit.
Yeah, you got hammered. All right.
I did on Monday. Oh,
Supposed to be
I
96 on Friday, so good weather.
Oh, God.
It's a good thing I've got a liquid cooled bike now.
Yeah.
Are we still cool with the ornery one? Shit, yeah. TJ's, he's just an awesome human being. Period.
Yeah.
I'm not one of his sponsors that expects him to be my little puppet. So I have no problems with TJ. I still comment on their stuff. I send them messages and shit.
Yeah.
I've got zero negative feelings towards him. It was just the thing that happened at the Bring It Home was just a disagreement. And I think we're both grown up enough to just say we agree to disagree, and that's it. I don't think of him any less, and I don't think he thinks of us any less.
Yeah. No problems with him whatsoever.
Yeah,
he didn't sign my checks, so
yeah, that's my job.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like one of those situations where you can say it, but I can't. It felt wrong saying it.
But it felt good.
It felt kind of fucked up.
That's okay. I adjusted all your little decal settings on here.
What do you mean?
Trying to set me up for next day shipping.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, like nope, that's not going to happen. I saw one of them popped up, and I was like, "Why the fuck is this saying it's going to go out tomorrow? It's not going out tomorrow."
Yeah, eBay's in our face, man. So
I was like, "Nope, I fucking change that." 2 days, 2 business days.
And business days for you, Ken, is Monday and Wednesday.
half of Thursday.
Okay. So you did go to a longer business week. That's good of you.
Yeah. I'm on the clock now, just so y'all know. So.
He puts in his 20 hours a week.
That's right. Still waiting on these health benefits, though.
Got to hit 40, bud.
My fucking 401k is all dicked up.
No, that interface was pissing me off because I realized that. So it's been giving us that warning about the whole active content nonsense. So I thought with that, it was just going to turn off the active content, which is fine. All it was pictures and the little counter at the bottom. So I was like, okay, if those go away, that's no big deal. So I didn't pay any attention. Well, then when I go in to finally clear it out, or just say get rid of it, I've noticed that like the past 3 or 4 months, it has shut off all all ads with active content. So essentially it was disabling all the backgrounds, everything like that. So our background was set to black and our text was set to white. So when it disabled the background, but didn't disable the text, we had white text on a white background. So when people clicked in, they were just seeing a white page. So it looked like our ads had no description.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, what the?
No matter what.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll fix some sales issues.
Yeah, because the Carol Did It one is probably my favorite.
Yeah, that was actually one of the only original ones that I made. I totally came up with that. I was pretty proud of that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. I thought you were going to do the Carol Baskins, like the Baskin Robbins one.
I tried, but when you made it one color, it looked stupid.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Tracy?
Oh, no.
Or Auntie Ken, Miss Bird, and I could just have a takeover, but then that for sure would be a 3-hour episode.
Yes, I am 100% cool with that. I think that would be hilarious.
That could be pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. The perspectives.
I hope you're writing these down, by the way. You better have a notepad open or something.
Alex is saying, oh, geez, what are your day jobs? So, Ken, we'll start with you.
No. So I am semi-retired. I live off my VA disability, and I somehow partnered up with Justin to take over his decal business, which I'm some percentage owner, and I make decals. What y'all saw him post on Facebook and Instagram about support my small business. That's what I do. I cut and ship those decals, and we have all sorts of freaking decals.
And he also does all the stuff for the Bike and Brew Patreon. So anytime you get decals from that, that's coming from him as well.
Yeah. So if any of y'all ordered the Rip Dynas or poker chips, or you're a Patreon member, I'm the one that cut and packaged and shipped your decals.
And he licked them.
I touched them all. And you have to decide, was I wearing pants or was I not?
That's a game.
There's a good possibility that you weren't.
There's a high possibility.
I mean, half the time I see you now, you're not wearing pants.
I gave up, dude. I gave up. The Rona has got me all fuckered up, and I just
Southern Tech is thanking you for your service.
I didn't do it for you, but thanks.
So I taught Motorcycle Mick a new one. So he told me, he's like, well, thank you for your service. I'm like, well, thank you for paying taxes.
Right?
it blew his mind. He's like, I'm going to steal that one. I was like, please do.
I mean, I was like, so I was a cop of the Air Force, if for those of you who don't know. And when I finally got around to doing law enforcement, I don't care where you are, who you work for, what you're pulling over, someone is going to pull do you know who I am? Or, I pay your taxes, or, my taxes pay your salary. And I've only ever had I pay taxes, so I pay your salary thing happen to me one time. And it was later in my career, so I didn't have a filter. I was pretty set in my rank. I wasn't worried about losing it. So that lady got told, well, I pay my own fucking taxes, which means I pay my own salary. So I'm paying myself to be here to harass you. And she still got her ticket for not using a blinker.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, your turn.
I'm a financial analyst, and that's about as interesting as it gets.
Woo!
Yep. I make financial reports and stuff for people to make decisions on.
He works for a very large bank.
Well,
no. Yeah, no.
It's all technicalities these days.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then for me, I am what do they call me this week? I am a cyber risk management consultant.
Yeah, you work for some big ass company that has other big ass companies hire you.
Yes.
And pay you way too much money.
And way too fucking much money. I bet you're hurting, man. Are your airline miles going to expire?
Oh,
no.
Sure. What?
So all of the airlines that I use all sent me out messages saying, do not worry. Your status will be maintained through 2021. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And then also all the hotels. So Hilton, Marriott, both of those programs said the same thing. And then my rental car, National, shout out.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
Brandon Knott, he was a weapons load crew in the Air Force. So I know you took some loads, but what about your job?
Damn. Softball pitch right down the middle.
It's just the way his mom likes it.
Oh, damn.
3 for
2. Yeah, Alex, I had a filter at one point. And you know what that filter is? 4 letters. UCMJ. Yeah, that was my filter.
I love it. Team Bradley got fucked.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, he was barely holding on to him to begin with, so.
Yeah. Biking Bird trying to get a new job.
I wasn't so much trying to get a new job. It was with the same company, instead of just dealing with one department, I would deal with all departments. So, but basically the same job. Just a bigger umbrella, I guess.
Team Bradley's saying platinum and diamond all around. Is that the name of your favorite dancers?
Right?
Just saying. But yeah, no travel at least until June or July. My company's fiscal year starts over at the end of June, so I don't know. I'm kind of liking the whole no travel thing, but I tell you what, I have more damn meetings than I ever had before.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I'm hating about my job right now. I saw someone asked if I'm hating my job. I'm actually enjoying my job more because what I'm doing is actually somewhat important right now. So usually I'm, producing these reports and it's just, kind of keeping a pulse on something, when now it's like, hey, I need this now. I need this. I need this. I need you to run it like this, see if this is working and what changed and all that. But like you said, the meetings are just, so terrible.
That's the number one. The number one time waster is meetings and then Facebook?
I would totally agree with it.
Or maybe vice versa, but still, meetings are never productive.
No,
there's 40 minutes,
hardly ever.
40 minutes of fluff and 5 minutes of information.
Yep.
That could have been an email.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue right there. And the team I'm working with right now, both are relatively new to the workforce, fresh out of college. I'm like, look, ask yourself before you send me a meeting invite, can I do everything I need to do within 3 emails?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, do not send me a meeting invite. And luckily, they've caught on quick. The team I'm working with right now, I freaking love them. But yeah, that's the one thing, especially at my previous job, fucking meeting invite after meeting invite. And we go to what's been scheduled for like an hour. And then all of a sudden we're done after 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's pretty terrible. I hate the virtual meetings the most, just because people sit there and talk all over each other and people don't know how to mute their mics or wear headphones or, shut their kids up. It's just.
Yeah, no. Just so you know, Justin, if you send me any meeting invites, I'll be busy.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
You'll just respond tentative.
Maybe.
So a lot of the folks I'm working with, and it's a global team. So a lot of folks over in Europe, they all know Pero now. I mean, they've seen him. So I was sitting here in the chair, have my laptop right here. I'm typing away, and Pero wanted my lap, and I'm just typing, and he doesn't usually jump in my lap in this chair. And all of a sudden, I have a puppy in my lap, and it's a video meeting going. And all of a sudden, there's a little Jack Russell popping up saying hello. So, but it's funny though. Everyone, and I deal with clients as well as internal employees. They're all just rolling with the punches.
What else can you do?
Yeah.
I mean, really, like there's so much shit that has changed in the last month and a half that people will remember forever.
Yeah.
I mean, shit like, school. Like, whoever thought that they'd fucking ever cancel school?
Yeah.
For like half a year.
Yeah, for almost an entire semester.
Because it went out in February is when a lot of the schools started their shutdowns.
Beginning of March.
It was spring break.
Yeah, spring break. Yep, because Faith and I managed to get our cruise finished, and then immediately after that, for San Antonio was spring break, and then they never went back.
Jeez. That sucks, man. When you think about like the athletes and stuff that were, relying on that last season to, get scholarships or something like that.
Well, I mean, anybody that was hoping for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, like for my daughter, like she only had to have like 3 classes to begin with. So the rest of her stuff was all fluff, like ROTC and her creative writing class and shit like that. But like no prom, no graduation. We'd already bought all of the graduation stuff and all this. There's no graduation now.
Yeah. That sucks.
It's like, yeah, I spent a lot of fucking money on that shit.
Yeah, and you have no recourse either.
No. None whatsoever.
So the fat man is asking, how soon after this stuff is lifted are you planning a group ride?
All right, first of all, you can just call me Ken or Uncle Ken.
No, Dick. This is the fat man.
The real fat man.
The real fat man. I don't know. I mean, we need something.
So Father's Day is still hopefully a go. I mean, I highly doubt this will still be going on come Father's Day. So that's one that will definitely still be on the calendar.
So how's all this shit affecting your multi-state ride that you were planning on doing by yourself without your brothers?
Pretty much killed it dead in the water just because I don't feel comfortable planning out that many, hotels and shit like that with the lingering thought of it might not be gone by then. So,
Well, and then you run into the problem where, like you can't come from Louisiana to Texas without being in quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you can't go from Texas to New Mexico without being in quarantine for 2 weeks. So like, I mean, you could be heading through a state and then the next state over, they could be like, well, this is happening.
Yep.
And then what the fuck do you do?
Not only that, you have to worry about, how do I get food and all that kind of stuff too. I mean, that could cause problems.
Well, yeah, you'd literally be eating on the side of the road unless you were in your room for the night.
Yep. So that's why I pretty much, unless something drastic happens quickly, probably won't be happening.
Yeah, that sucks. Alex coming in with, have any of you guys done an iron butt ride or have plans to?
No, fuck off, Alex.
Nope.
No.
So I have. My wife's done a few of them. But we were trying to get a bet going to do one, but y'all just wouldn't have it.
No,
I get it. There's no fun in it.
No, none at all.
I get
it's a terrible idea.
There's no content. There's no reward. Like you get the experience, and that's about it.
You get that license plate placard
that I would never put on my bike.
I got a vinyl decal cutter. I'll make one.
It's true,
and nobody will ever know.
For the people that have done it and did the process and everything, it's a reward. Just all the stuff, and it's one of those rites of passage, and not everyone buys into it, and I get it.
Yeah, because you actually have to buy into it if you want your little license plate thing or your shirt or whatever.
And you get your certificate and all that good stuff.
I mean, I could make my own certificate. I order it right online. Super fancy and shit. Big, real big.
Which, speaking of, so when I was making the Doctor of Gynecology like plaque and t-shirt and everything. I didn't realize how easy it is to get a fake degree. Like you can get a fake degree and a fake transcript for like $200.
Yeah. Yeah. Super easy.
That's hilarious.
And, you know, unless it's a big corporation, they don't verify that shit.
I'm not going to check anything.
I mean, unless you're trying to be a doctor, and even then, people have faked being a doctor before, and so
yeah. Yeah, I found a website that was basically like, give us your name, tell us where you want to graduate, tell us what classes you took, and they'll deliver a sealed transcript, and you can add in the frame for the degree and everything like that. It's just hilarious. But I mean, there are jobs that pay like an extra 20% if you have your degree, even if it's the same exact job. So, I mean, I guess if you're willing to take the risk. Especially if it's like a new company or something like that, like
no, that wouldn't pass the sniff test to save your life. Here's the thing: they're gonna do their background check on you. I mean, nowadays, pretty much every industry is doing background checks. So as soon as you put in, I went to fuckoffuniversity.com. They're gonna check and they're gonna see that it's a bullshit unaccredited school. And
no, but this one was like you got to select from a drop down, like from universities.
Sure, and as soon as they go and check, they see that you're full of shit.
Well, yeah, like that's why you buy the $500 one.
It's a risk, but
yeah. Just if you're going to do it, don't do it on a public sector job, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is called fraud.
It's only illegal if you get caught.
That's true.
Brandon not said you could just ride Texas for 2 weeks. You could ride Texas for fucking ever.
Yeah, I've seen so much of Texas. Like I actually did think about that because you'd be staying within the same state, so all of the guidelines would stay close. But I mean, I really wouldn't see much new stuff.
I mean, you go to Galveston, you go to Big Bend.
Been there, done that.
The Hill Country.
I mean, I haven't ridden to like El Paso, but I've been out there, so that wouldn't be any different.
There's nothing good.
You are not missing shit.
I mean, like I said, I've been there.
Yeah. I mean, that ride would just be horrible.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the desert, so
true.
That's my jam. I'll be riding that for my multi-state ride anyway, so.
No, the desert part's fine. I'm saying just the boringness of the ride.
Yeah, and I mean, the boringness of the ride, if I were to stay within Texas, would be the whole state because I've seen everything already. So
yeah.
I mean, you'd have to try and hit obscure little locations,
weird locations.
Yeah,
I want to go back over to Southeast Texas and ride up through. What's that forest that's over there? Really big one, like Zapata or some shit.
It's out there by San Jacinto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember the name, but I know the area you're talking about.
But yeah, that area, you just ride straight north and just gorgeous up through there. All the piney woods and everything.
Stop trying to pimp out the freaking iron butt, Tracy. It's not going to happen.
Tracy wants a shirt from fuckoffuniversity.com.
That'd be funny. That would be funny. Like copy like an MIT design and just change the letters.
Well, I'd have to have you do it because we all know how poor my photoshopping skills are. So.
Good God.
There's no emojis involved, so.
Jesus Christ. Anything that doesn't involve typing, you're just like, nope.
I do the words.
I do the words and the emojis.
I do the words.
Yeah.
I feel like he makes his thumbnails on his iPhone.
Actually, I do.
I knew it.
I knew it.
PS Express.
I knew it.
I have that base image saved.
God damn it.
I think I love Creative Cloud, baby.
Should have never given you that.
Creative. Oh, dumb guy. Dumb guy's got a question there. In your opinion, where in Texas is the best place for living, economy-wise and riding-wise?
It's got to be San Antonio.
Yeah. As soon as you throw economy into it, yeah, it's here.
Or if you're going to throw economy into it, the outskirts of San Antonio.
Yeah, Bulverde, Bernie, Bandera.
San Antonio taxes are kind of stupid, but anywhere around there is pretty reasonable.
And the job market's pretty good here. I mean,
it's great.
From what I understand, obviously because I don't work, but it's. I mean, I could easily go get a job.
Oh, easy.
I mean, I just choose not to. And
you have to refrain from pepper spraying people. So,
yeah.
Or
there is that.
I find a job that tells me to pepper spray people.
Yeah, there you go.
Shoot for the stars. And as far as riding goes, I mean, San Antonio is great. You're right in the middle of everything. I mean, the hill country's right here, and there's countless roads to ride through the hill country.
That's what I love about San Antonio is just it's so central to everything. If you want to go to the beach, it's 3 hours. If you want to go to the desert, it's 3 hours. If you want to go to Mexico, it's 3 hours. If you want to go to Houston, 3 hours. Like you can be pretty much anywhere in 3 hours.
Just make sure you have exact change for the tolls in Houston.
Oh, fuck Houston.
I put a toll tag.
I put a toll tag on mine finally. So.
So Alex is asking, what other guests are you guys hoping to have on the podcast? So I haven't gotten any cease and desist orders yet, so I'm going to continue harassing him. But I have been sending messages to Jesse James. What?
I mean,
he actually hasn't said no. He hasn't said yes, but he hasn't actually responded to me. But I'm
you
trying.
Gotta work your way up the ladder. You gotta ask Moose to ask somebody to ask somebody to ask him.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Can't just skip the rank of the rank, you know.
Hey, I'm going to shoot for the stars. But I'd like to start bringing on some of the newer YouTubers and the newer content creators. So the sub 5,000 subscriber range. I'd like to start bringing some of them on and getting their message out there and just kind of using our platform to kind of boost them up.
See, and I've stopped watching almost all moto vloggers.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. They all put up they're all putting up the same shit, especially if they've done anything for a while. I mean, you watch Motonosity and you can count on him. Oh, I got to do my daily 100. And, if it, do it with Dan. Oh, I got to do my fucking wheelie and, crash my fucking car and say that it was, a part fell off or some shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I think just getting better content out there is what we as the motorcycle content creating group needs to focus on. I just think the content motor vlogs are becoming boring. I mean, you look at who's a really tall guy that has a crazy Lego helmet?
Fuck.
Damn it.
With his red and black.
We all just drew blanks.
Shit.
He's got over 1 million subs and we're all drawing blanks.
Oh my
Someone
God.
help me. Walterific. There we go.
Walterific. Yes, thank you. Fucking hell.
Paper and Brandon. But if you watch his videos, he does the exact same route.
Oh yeah.
So like his Monday videos would all have this route. His Wednesday
your
videos
titties.
are all this.
Love you.
Love you.
Good night.
Good night.
But
Oh shit, is this live?
so yeah, for me, I mean, it's just the vlogging is getting boring. I don't know. I like what Shade Tree has shifted his focus to, and kind of the types of video he's putting out. And TJ and Steph, they're doing their normal type of content, which is great.
Yeah.
So things like that, I don't know. I think production value is becoming more and more of importance for viewers.
Well, there needs to be some substance in what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, just getting out there and, I mean, look, Justin did it. He would get out there and he would pick a topic and he'd talk about it and ride around his neighborhood. And I'm sure at some point he figured, okay, this isn't going to continue. I need more substance to keep people interested and bring more people in. So doing the build series, oh shit, that people like that. And then then we started with the group rides. People like that. Or one-on-ones with, him and Miss Bird, or him and me, or whatever. People like that. They like the interactions.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's what's missing right now. But what do you think, Justin? I mean, you're kind of in the same boat, right? When you look at your moto vlog videos versus the other style videos you're doing.
I don't moto vlog anymore.
You really don't.
There's no, which is funny because I mean when I do moto vlog, very like rarely they do very well, which is odd to me. But I don't know, it doesn't challenge me at all. So I guess I'm just bored with it. That's honestly why I wanted to take the multi-state trip, is because I wanted to see if I could go out there on my own and just make 8 days worth of videos with nothing but riding. Just like kind of moto vlog-esque, but out on my own, and I don't have anything tying me down or holding me back or anything like that. So
yeah, wives are terrible. I get it.
Just, I don't know. I don't like, I like changing it up. I think that's honestly, like, I know you brought up Do It With Dan and having his own thing, but I mean, he was kind of the first person of the big ones to kind of branch away from motovlogging and start doing other stuff. And I know a lot of people don't like him, but honestly, like, I watched his diesel truck build. I mean, I watched it pretty consistently for a while. I don't even like diesel trucks. I'm not a big truck guy. I don't like dualies, but just something about it it drew me in, because he kind of had that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so let's just try it out kind of attitude. And I guess I can appreciate that, because that's kind of what I do. And if I had the audience that he has and I had the income that he has, I feel like I'd be doing a very similar type of channel.
Yeah, see, and I was with Do It With Dan, I was excited when he was starting the bike build, like he was going to build his own frame, and then it just petered out. Like, what the hell?
Yep.
I watched Chase on 2 Wheels when he was doing his wreck bike rebuild, the first 1 or 2 that he did, because it was a train wreck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really why I watched his, was so I could sit here and yell at the TV about how he doesn't know how to use a fucking torque wrench.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I think that's one thing I liked about those videos too. And then it seems like now he has other people work on the bike more than he does.
He's got a crew. After the second one, he really brought in like a big crew. Like the second one, he brought in that other mechanic that helped
The
him.
actual mechanic. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I still like that.
and I was okay with that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
You got someone here who can give you technical advice as you do it. I'm okay with that. But then he, like I said, he brought in a whole crew, and it's like you're the supervisor now.
Yeah.
And commentator.
Yep. And there's other content creators that do that as well, which I don't like. So if you're going to do a build series, do it yourself. I mean, if you can have people come over and help, that's cool. But if you're filming people working on your bike more than you're actually working on your bike, that's not your build anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Armando is asking, any chance to see the OG crew here in Arizona?
I'd ride out to Arizona.
I can't speak for everyone, but I really want to hit up Arizona Bike Week.
Arizona was on my list for the multi-state ride, but we already talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Arizona. It's one of those weird states where if you're kind of central, you can be in a bunch of different locations. Like northern Arizona is forest and snow, and then you've got desert on the other side. So
yeah,
I like that.
Abraham, he's got a question just above Armando there. Says, who has been the best guest you've had on B2W, and who is the worst?
I knew you were going to be able to.
I've been purposely dodging that.
No, we don't need to dodge that.
Because here's Tracy's response.
Here, I'll kick it off. So I enjoyed the John Maxwell. He's always good to talk to. I really enjoy talking with him. Shade Tree, he was another great one. He can really talk. And probably the Henri one. Those are the top three because they're personable. They make you feel like they're just another one of the guys, on the podcast with us. And then we had, people like fucking Dan the Fireman.
I got to say Moose was a really good one too.
Oh yeah. I like Moose. He's another guy. He can talk. He makes you feel like he's just another one of the guys.
Panini Press.
Yeah, for the Panini Press, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like, Dan the Fireman, he's just terrible. He can't.
Our worst interviews were the ones that you guys didn't hear because it took us 4 hours to record 20 minutes.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that too.
Which was not my fault.
I mean, it kind of is.
No.
You should prep these things ahead of time.
Yeah.
A little testing.
Really should.
That's why we jumped on 15 minutes early to make sure this was going to work.
Yeah. Or how about that 5 Dirty Bikers interview where we all had to call in and have over speakerphone and all that too. So.
And did that even go out yet?
I don't. I think so.
I doubt they'll put it out.
I hope they don't.
They're not going to put it out.
It'll be that was a gag reel.
Yeah. Yeah. How not to be a professional podcaster.
Yeah.
Listen to these 3 tools.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when they first started out, I can't remember which one of us said it, but someone was like, these guys are out of their mind. They're going to have a podcast with 5 people in 5 different locations.
It was me and you.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
And it turned out to be pretty
works.
damn good.
Yeah, and
they have a very professional setup. The guy that's in charge does a very good job. And then we have an interview with them and we can't get our stuff to work.
Can't do a damn thing. Can't do a damn thing.
And we're all in the same room.
Yep. Yeah. That was a mess.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did Ryan Urlacher. That was a good one. That's who I was trying to remember.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Which is funny because that one was kind of special for me because Ryan Urlacher was the first biker podcast I ever listened to.
Really?
Yeah. Years ago.
Oh, it says Dan quit motovlogging for the most part. He is building 4 different vehicles right now. You talking about Dan or Do It With Dan?
Do It With Dan.
He must be Do It With Dan. Okay.
Yeah, Dan doesn't mess with vehicles. Dan stole one of my memes today. Didn't give me credit.
Oh, that's a dick move.
Well, granted, he probably didn't get it from me. He probably got it from someone else who stole it because I didn't mark it. It was the Tiger King one where it's like after you ride a motorcycle for the first time, it says, I'm never going to financially recover from this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I knew that one was going to take off and it was not ever going to get credited to me anyway. So I just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I donate memes sometimes.
Yeah.
I donate to the meme guys.
Steve asked about the wreck next to Shade Tree. That was pretty fucking crazy. Yes, I did.
Man,
watch that
I've been tagging him left and right because so many people are sharing his shit without credit. Speaking of, every time I see it, I'm just like, yo, here's your video not being credited. Like,
I mean, I try and do the same thing for you.
Yeah. That's why when I get something that's big like that, I hand it over to a licensing company because you don't make as much, but you probably make more with them actually going after people like that. That makes them handle all of that stuff. Like my deer video one, like as soon as that, it didn't even hit 1,000 views yet, and licensing companies were trying to get a hold of it, and I pretty much sold to like the second or third one that offered because I'm like, this is going to take off, and you guys can handle all this nonsense that's going to follow.
Alexander said, I would have said Matt Laidlaw, but he seems like he's been on dick lately been a dick lately on Instagram. He just sounds so fucking boring.
Which is funny because we heard from John Maxwell that he's the complete opposite in real life than he is in front of the camera.
He like does a different kind of business mode.
Yeah.
You know, and if he was like that on the show, I couldn't do it.
Here's the thing. He can't be like that and be a salesman. He can't. He wouldn't be able to sell shit.
But he's so goddamn boring. I mean,
I know.
Isn't he the sales manager though? So he doesn't technically have to sell the bikes.
True, but I mean,
there's a difference between being professional and being fucking boring. I can be professional and still have energy, and I don't have to say fuck all the time. And you turn on grandma mode. You're in front of grandma, who is an uber Catholic, and you don't cuss and you don't make dirty jokes, but you can still have energy and be a fun person.
That's true. You can have your customer service voice.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you go home, you tell them to fuck off.
Bearded bobber. Yes, sir. Oh, it's
scrolling through here.
Yeah, it's kind of trying to catch up with it all. It's great. But everyone's commenting about how boring Laidlaw is. The stuff he's putting out is actually good.
He gives you good information. It's showing cool stuff.
Yeah.
But his presentation, I could mute the video and have a better experience watching it.
Yeah. Turn on some like medium beat fucking techno music and put that shit on mute. I'd be fine.
Raymond H here makes a good point. He says, I feel like the motovlogging is better for the YouTubers who are just starting out so people can get to know you.
That's fair.
I can agree with that. I mean, and then you just got to go from there.
What the fuck is that noise?
I was typing.
Oh, I was like, what is
Faith doing to you?
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Scrolling through the comments here.
Apparently Urlacher did an Indian, or no, not Urlacher. Laidlaw did an Indian roast.
Really?
I guess I missed that.
Urlacher is more like an infomercial. He is very, very much like an infomercial, but he has such good content. I enjoy their videos. I've never listened to their podcast, but I enjoy their videos. They're great if you want to learn how to do something that you're doing to your bike. Very step by step.
I would say he has really, for what his content is, it is high quality.
Yeah.
But yes, you do have to sit through the infomercials, but it's free content, right? I mean, if you're watching the normal TV show, and you don't DVR it, you have to sit through commercials there. So at least with his stuff, it might possibly be something you're interested in.
Blockhead needs to come on Between Two Wheels and do a face reveal.
I don't want to see his face.
I mean, y'all just want to see me fucking dig into his sorry ass. No homo. Full homo. See, there's the dicks. Yeah. Blockhead's such a bitch. I'll say it. Blockhead's just a bitch.
Wow. I just saw what my wife put on the chat.
Yeah. Justin's a lucky guy. Now you know the context.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, what is this guy just randomly bringing this up? So I had to go back a couple.
Oh.
Brown
But yeah. But yeah, so here's the thing with the whole Laidlaw talking shit about Indian. Well, that's his right.
That's his job too.
Yeah, I mean we are talking about his livelihood.
Well, I mean, look, the challenge. We've all looked at the Challenger. It's a great looking bike. I haven't ridden one yet, but it's a nice bike. The fit and finish is kind of, from what we've seen, the fit and finish is kind of could be better. I mean, look, one of the main reasons that I didn't buy the Challenger over my Limited was, for one, I hadn't test rode one, and two, it didn't have a tour pack. And I wanted a tour pack.
Yeah.
So, and supposedly they're coming out with a tour pack later this year.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it does come down to the fit and finish. And it could have been the fact that these were not the best quality craftsmanship, but every time we've seen these bikes, not even just the Challenger, but the other ones that have the other ripped off fairings, there's gaps. They're just not as, I guess, as pristine as what you're getting from Harley, what you're even getting from Honda. It's just that extra mile was gone to when they're looking at things. And look, when you're paying that kind of money, you're gonna pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah. So Bearded Bobber, he said he's got one. I'm very happy with it. Lucky I didn't need a tour pack yet. Also, the Roadmaster one fits it. Yes, I know that you can get the Roadmaster one on there, but supposedly they're making one for the Challenger that's not detachable, and it's supposed to, I don't know, maybe fit better with it or something. The guy didn't really go into it at IMS.
Yeah.
And things like, when you would run your finger along the seams, where they would come, it was a little sharp, not like cut you sharp, but it was sharp enough you could feel it. And yeah, there were gaps in there, like as wide as a penny, the thickness of a penny. So, all right. And maybe that was just one of their first bikes that was just fucking sitting there.
It's possible, but I mean, like I brought up in one of the podcasts, is that I noticed that even when we were at the demo rides, is that the fit and finish was off. Now, granted, those were demo bikes, yada yada yada, but I mean, I'm talking about like rust everywhere. Just the overall fit and finish just seemed just a couple notches off of.
Well, and
Harleys.
they shouldn't be rusting that fast. I mean,
You're right. No, you're right.
Hopping around state to state in a trailer. You know, I mean, sure, they're going to get rained on at some point, you know, but they shouldn't be rusting out that soon. And those were newer bikes.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same model year, so.
Yeah.
And I've also heard that the FTR has had just so many problems.
Yeah.
So I think they rushed that production along a little too quickly as well.
Oh, Alex said, can't elaborate on your dislike of Blockhead. He's fucking fake. He's a fake ass bitch. He's a whiner. I hate fucking clickbait. Like, if you got to clickbait people into watching your fucking, oh, there you go. Tricky Ricky Bobby. Yes. Like, if you got to clickbait people in, then obviously your content's not fucking there. And as far as the face reveal, he said, oh, I'm scared, you know, that people are going to come after me. Or, well, what are you doing in your fucking life that's so dangerous that you can't fucking do a face reveal? Like, I don't know. Quit being a bitch.
Yeah. So Veros asks, what other bikes would you guys consider as your main ride if you didn't ride Harley? There's so many options on here.
Give me that BMW GS 1200.
The ADV bike?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Same here. That's what I'd have.
I still love that bike so much. I want to ride one so bad.
One of the guys I race with has one, and I really want to become better friends with him, so I might be able to take it out.
Yes.
But I don't know. He's kind of a dick, so that might not work.
Sometimes you just got to put that.
Not like a
in your mouth, man.
Yeah. Not like like you guys dick, but like an actual dick.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
Well, I'm not a dick. I'm an asshole. So.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah. And we all know dicks fuck assholes.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, but I would say either the BMW K1600B, or for a fun bike, I don't know, man. Maybe the Super Duke.
I would take an FZ over a Super Duke.
Oh, MT.
Oh yeah, sorry, MT. Forgot they changed the name.
Chirp.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Hasso at?
Not here.
He's fucking messaging a group chat.
So I feel so bad. You know, Hasso entered this week for the saddlebag drawing. I just feel bad that he didn't read the fine print at the on the website. OGs and family members are ineligible to win.
That was a nice donation, then.
Yeah, I mean, it was super cool of him. But I did check, and it is like 1% gray text color. So,
wow. Hasso's like, oh fuck, that's today. Yeah, motherfucker.
Wow. Sounds like Dania during her wedding.
Right?
Whoa.
Right? God damn it.
Yep, I went there.
You did. You went there.
Ducati Street Fighter. Which one?
I've always wanted to ride a Street Fighter.
Ducati. Is this the monster, right?
I hate the fucking dry clutches.
I do not like the sound of it.
No,
I love Ducatis.
No, I mean the exhaust, but I hate the sound of the fucking that open dry.
Yeah,
fucking,
it sounds broken.
Yes, exactly. It sounds like there's a fucking part loose in there. Yeah, that's really the only thing I don't like about it. But that's enough to irritate me to not buy one.
That and let's face it, with the Ducatis. Anyone who rides Ducati and talks shit about Harley Davidson pricing should be shot. I think the styling and though it's not anything super technical, it's just their style. I think it looks nice, but and they do have good performance, but like Harley, the performance per dollar is not there, I don't think.
It's really not. I mean, you can even look at their racing heritage. I mean, Yamaha, Honda destroy them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the BMW, their ADV, that 1200 GS or GS 1200, absolutely, I would ride that fucking bike everywhere.
Yep. It's funny that you mentioned that. Yaminu in person actually is not that bad of a guy.
He's still a fucking retard.
Hey,
he's definitely like 25% less douchey in person.
Oh, there we go. There's Hasso.
That's fair.
But,
yeah, the V4 Naked Street Fighter is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And yes, I still prefer Clockworks windshields. But to be fair, I have not tested any others yet. So
we need to figure out how we can get that testing going.
Just set up a day to ride and go fucking ride, and make sure to bring a screwdriver.
Bring your face mask.
No.
So, but when are you going to be risking going outside?
I would say when we're allowed to go back to work is when I feel comfortable. Or let me rephrase that. When the scientists say that we're good to go out again, I'll go out again.
Computer screen's dirty.
Jesus. And now people are going to start getting sick. So, funny shit. So Connor, Dallas Connor, he was texting me, all these crazy financing deals going on right now. He was talking to a Harley shop up in the Dallas region, and for a basic bitch fucking road glide in the Tahitian teal, their numbers were so shifted around that with their significant savings of like $3,700 or something, his before tax, title, license, and all the other bullshit fees was a $200 savings. But when you look at all of the fees and shit that they were tacking into it, he was still going to be eating the majority of the savings that they had. But they were saying that the MSRP is $26,000. Like, no, it's not. It's $22,000. But yeah, he had it. He sent me the screenshot of it. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
I did like the Tahitian teal.
So I sent him our boys' contact information. I was like, call him up. Hank will take care of you.
Sure
If
will.
you can't take care of you, you can't be taken care of.
Yeah.
Yep, Hank or Sam.
I don't have Sam's cell phone number.
It's all right. Either one of those guys at Cowboys will take care of you.
Yeah.
Just make sure you tell them Bike and Bird sent you.
Yes, or Uncle Ken or Roadblock. They know all of us. But specifically, say Bike and Bird so that he gets his little kickback.
Yeah, and they keep allowing me to do videos there.
Yeah. Borrow bikes.
Yeah. All right, we're way past an hour.
Yeah. It's been like happy hours. So do we want to go ahead and call it?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We don't want to burn out too many topics here.
Yeah.
I hope you got a list going.
Some good ideas. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this. And if you think that this is something you'd like to see more of, go ahead and leave us some comments, leave us some likes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks again.